Welcome to this short tutorial on setting up set-driven keys. In this tutorial, I will cover how to set up a basic set-driven key relationship between a NURB circle and a set of bones. First, we need to create the bones that we want to be affected by the set-driven key. Then we need to create the NURB circle that will be driving our bones. So, let's create some bones. Created 3 bones, and then create a NURB circle, freeze its transformations and delete its history. Alright, so now we have our circle and we have 3 bones. If it helps at all, you could think of these bones as the bones in a finger. And what we're going to do is set up a set-driven key relationship to have the finger bend when the NURB circle reaches its maximum value, which we'll be setting. So, to start, we need to go to the Animation tab, then go to Animate, Set-Driven Key, Set. And then you'll have this window pop up. So, we need to load the driver, so select our NURB circle, load driver. Then we need to select our driven objects, so click the bone, shift-click the second bone and the third bone, then click load driven, and highlight all 3 bones. Alright, so what we have here is very close to the connection editor, which links attributes between objects, but unlike the connection editor, set-driven keys is not a one-to-one thing. You can think of it kind of like animating on the time slider, except instead of animating with the time slider, you animate with the attribute values of an object. So if 0 was the start frame for this object, and 100 was my maximum value, then that would be my end frame. So this will make more sense once I actually set up this relationship. So I want my Y rotate for my object to drive the Z rotate of the bones. Alright, so we have our object set up. You don't need to have anything highlighted other than in this box. So then you click Key. And that sets your start frame. So this is frame 0. Now we need to set our end frame. So first we need to set up the time slider, if you will. So we're going to go to -100, and that will be our end frame. And then we are going to set up our little animation. There we go. And this will be the relationship for our end key. When this NURB circle is at -100, these bones will assume this position. And every time in between there, they'll be rotating from their straight position to this position. So, hit key, and let's try it out. Let's snap this back to 0. There we go. And as it goes to 100, it slowly assumes the final position for the animation. So that is how you set up a set-driven key relationship. Thanks for watching.